Good day everyone, I'm Sarah Joyce Corpus from BS Ed Math 3B and this is my final individual investigation for subject M114. For my investigation, a math teacher gave an activity to her students. She gave a 3x3 bingo card to them and need to put a number into it. And she gave 6 numbers only, which is 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 15. So to complete all the numbers of the card, they need to find the 3 missing numbers. So this is our 3x3 bingo card. So as we all notice, a 3x3 bingo card need a 9 numbers to complete each of them. So therefore, we need to find the 3 missing numbers. So we're going to put all these numbers or the given numbers into the 3x3 bingo card so that when you multiply any 3 of them horizontally and vertically, the answer will be 360. And what are the 3 missing numbers? And what are the pattern that you have been noticed for our 3x3 bingo card? So for step 1, we're going to understand the problem. So the problem is a math teacher gave a 3x3 bingo card to the students for their activity. And each students need to put all these numbers into the 3x3 bingo card so that when you multiply any 3 of them, even if it is horizontally or vertically, the answer will be always 360. We're going to find also the 3 missing numbers for our 3x3 bingo card since we only have 6 numbers or 6 given numbers. And after that, after we complete the 3x3 bingo card, we're going to find any pattern that we have been noticed for our 3x3 bingo card. So for step 2, as devise a plan. For step 2, we're going to use listing, guess and test, draw a picture using a table, and we're going to find the pattern. So for step 3 is carry out the plan. So since we multiply any 3 numbers horizontally or vertically, the answer will be 360. So let's list down all the possible answer to make it make our problem answer correct. So again, this is our 3x3 bingo card and it contains 9 boxes for 3. So 3 by 3. So we need 9 numbers. Since our given are 15, 10, 9, 6, 5, and 3 only. So there are 3 missing numbers and we're going to find them. So for listing all the possible numbers, since we only have numbers like given numbers like 15, 10, 9, 6, 5, and 3, we're going to list down all the possible answer that we have and these numbers will be at the possible answer. For example, 15. What are the possible answer for 15? So for 15, we have 15 times 8 times 3 is equal to 360. 15 times 6 times 4 is equal to 360. 15 times 2 times 12 is equal to 360. And for 10, we have 10 times 9 times 4 is equal to 360. 10 times 6 times 6 is equal to 360. And 10 times 3 times 12 is equal to 360. And for our 9, we have 9 times 8 times 5 is equal to 360. 9 times 4 times 10 is equal to 360. And for 6, we have 6 times 15 times 4 is equal to 360. 6 times 12 times 15 is equal to 360. 6 times 6 times 10 is equal to 360. And for 5, we have 5 times 5 times 12 times 6 is equal to 360. 5 times 8 times 9. And for our 3, we have 3 times 15 times 8 is equal to 360. And 3 times 10 times 12 times 12 times 10 is equal to 360. So these are the possible answer that we have. But it is important to know that not all of these will be the right answer for our 3x3 bingo cards. So therefore, we're going to eliminate also those those factors or those who are not possible answer, and we will remain only those possible answer. So first, let's try. So for guess and test, for our 3 by 3 bingo card, so we have 15, 10, 9, 6, 5, and 3, the given numbers. And we have also a 3 missing numbers. So for this problem, I want to focus for my number 6. So for number 6, we have possible answer, which is 6 times 15 times 4, 6 times 6 times 10, and 6 times 5 times 12. So 6 times 15 times 4 is, since 6 is given, okay, 15 is given, but 4 is not given. But it is also important to know that we have 3 missing numbers. So there is a possibility that 4 is one of the missing numbers, since the combination for 6 and 15 is 4 to make it equal to 360. How about our 6 times 6 times 10? So for this 3 by 3 bingo card, it is important also to know that that the 6 is repeating numbers. So if we put 6 and 10, therefore there are two 6 into our card. And that is wrong. So we need only one 6 for our bingo card. So therefore 6 times 6 times 10 is not the correct answer. So we're going to eliminate this one. How about 6 times 5 times 12? So 6 is given. 5 is also given. But 12 is not given. And again, there is a possibility that 12 is one of the missing numbers, since we have 3 spots for our 3 missing numbers. So since we have two possible answer here, so I want also to draw another one card here. So eliminate 6 times 6 times 10, and then I have another card here. So make it trial and error, and or we're going to guess if what is the correct answer, if it is 6 times 15 times 4 or 6 times 5 times 12. So for my first card, I put 6, 15, and 4. For my second card, I put 6, 5, and 12. So next, since I have 6 here, so since I focus 6, again I focus for my 6. But for this case, I'm going to focus for my column 1 and focus to my number 6. So both card, we have 6. So again, for 6, there are two only possible answers, since 6 times 6 times 10 is not counted for our possible answers. So we have 6, 15 times 4 and 6, 5, and 12. But for my first card, I already used 6, 15, and 4. So therefore, for my column 1, I'm going to put 6, 5, and 12 for my column 1. So I put 5 and 12. How about for my second card? Since for my second card, I already used the this one, 6, 5, 12. Therefore, I'm going to put for my column 1 is 6, 15, and 4. 15 and 4. So, as we all notice, we already use 15. So, eliminate 15, and then 6, and then 5. So, therefore, for the given numbers, we only have 10 and 9 and 3. But 4 and 12 are not given numbers. So, we conclude that, or we can assume that 4 and 12 are two missing numbers. So, therefore, we only have one slot for our missing numbers. So, for my next step, it is up to you if you're going to focus for your column 2 and or row 2. But we cannot focus for our 4 or column 3 and row 3 because we are not already sure if our two missing number is 4 and 12, and if it is the right positioning for them. So now, for my case, I want to focus for my 15 and 5. Since if we focus for row 2, it's the same also. So 5 and 15. So, but I want to focus for my column 2. So, first, for our first bingo card, so 15. So, 15, we have 15 times 8 times 3, 15, 6 and 4, 15, 2 and 12, and 15, 6 and 6. For this case, 15 times 8 times 3. So, since 8 is not our given number, but we only have one spot for our three missing numbers. So we can also conclude that, we can also assume that 8 is one of the missing numbers. And we have 3 for our choices, and 3 is not already into our cards. So therefore, there is a possibility that it is 15, 8, and 3. So how about the next one? So we cannot eliminate it first. So let's look for the another one. So 15, 6, and 4. So since 15 is given, 6 is also given. But as we all notice, 6 rather is already into our card. So we put 6 there, and we also use 4. So therefore, this choices is wrong. How about this one? 15 times 2 times 12. So 2 is not a choices, but 2 can be also one of the missing numbers. But as we all notice, we have 12 here. And we already have 12 into our card. So therefore, 15 times 2 times 12 is wrong. How about 15 times 6 times 6? So as I noticed earlier, we cannot count repeating here. So therefore, if we put 15, 6, and 6, therefore, there is a repeating. And if we put 6, 6, or we also have 6 here. So if we put both 6 here, so we have 3, 6. So that is not already counted. So therefore, 15 times 6 times 6 is wrong. So one of the possible answer will be 15 times 8 times 3. So let's put 8 and 3. So next, for our second card, so I want to focus again for my 5, or column 2. So for 5, we have 5 times 12 times 6, 5 times 8 times 9. 5 times 12 times 6 is wrong, since we already have 12 and 6 into our card. And then it is 5. So there is only one remaining. Therefore, it is 5 times 8 times 9. So let's put 8 and 9. And now we're going to focus for 5. For 5 for my first card, and 15 for my second card. So for 5, we have 5 times 12 times 6, 5 times 8 times 9. So 5 times 12 times 6 is already into our given. Therefore, this is already wrong. How about 5 times 8 times 9? So since the next number for 5 is 8, so we can conclude that the next will be 9. So this 5 times 8 times 9 will be our second row. And it is equal to 360. So how about for our second card? So for 15, 15 times 6 times 4, 15 times 2 times 12, and 15 times 8 times 4. So 15 times 6 times 4 is already wrong, because we already have 6 and 4. So let's eliminate that one. So 15 times 2 times 12. So as we all notice, we already have 12 there. So therefore, 15 times 2 times 12 will be not the right answer. So we have one only remaining here, and it is 15 times 8 times 3. So, as you all notice, 15, and beside 15, we have 8. So, it should be 3. So, to make it equal to 360. And let's put 3. And now, let's eliminate the numbers that we already have into our card. So, that is 9 and 3. As we all notice, we only have one remaining numbers or given numbers since we already used the 3 spot for our 3 missing numbers. So that is 10. So let's try. What if we put 10 into our one remaining spot each card? So 10 and 10. So let's check. So 10 times 3 times 12. 10 times 3 times 12 is equal to 360. And then 10 times 4 times 9 is equal to 360. The same as to our second card. So therefore, it is correct. So let's check by row and by column, all or vertically and horizontally. For our row 1, our is 6 times 15 times 4, 5 times 8 times 9, 12 times 3 times 10. For column, we have 6 times 5 times 12, 15 times 8 times 3, and 4 times 9 times 10. And they are all equal to 360. Therefore, our answer, our guess and test for our first card is correct. How about for our second card? So for our second card, our row 1 is 6 times 5 times 12. Row 2 is 15 times 8 times 3. Row 3 is 4 times 9 times 8. Times 10 rather. And for column 1, we have 6 times 15 times 4. Column 2, 5 times 8 times 9. Column 3, we have 12 times 3 times 10. So therefore, our guess for our second card is also correct. So, let's try to analyze our two cards that are correct. So, for my first card, my first row is my first column for my second card. My second row for my first card is my second column for my second card. My third row for my first card is third column for my second card. So as we all notice, all of the numbers are the same, but the positioning is not the same. But it is important that each combination of numbers will be the same. The same as I already said that my third row is for my first card is third column for my second card. And as we all notice, the middle number is always 8 or same number 8. So another pattern that I've been noticed is we have 6 for 6 is even, 15 is odd, 4 is even, 5 is odd, 8 is even, 9 is odd, 12 is even, 3 is odd number, and 10 is even number. So as we all notice, all odd numbers form a diamond shape. So for our row 1, we have 1, and for row 2, we have 2, and for row 3, we have 1. And it forms a diamond shape. How about even numbers? Our even numbers are 2 diagonals. So our 2 diagonals are all even numbers, and it forms a X. So as we all notice, this is X. So all of these are even numbers. Next, for our 3 missing numbers, which is 4, 8, and 12, they are all divisible by 4, and they are all divisible by 2. And it forms a diagonal, as you all notice. And they are all even numbers. Their difference is 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. How about for our second bingo card? So for our second bingo card, we have 6, 5, and 12. 15, 8, 3, 4, 9, and 10. So 6 is even, 5 is odd, 12 is even, 15 is odd, 8 is even, 3 is odd, 4 is even, 9 is odd, 10 is even numbers. So as we all notice, our odd numbers also form a diamond shape, and our even numbers also form a x, or our two diagonals are all even numbers. And our three missing numbers also form a diagonal, and they are also 4, 8, and 12, and they are all even numbers, and their difference is 4 also. So step 4, look back. So as we all notice, this is our one of the 3 by 3 bingo card that we have, or we complete using the given number and finding the 3 missing number. So for our row 1, we have 6 times 15 times 4. For row 2, 5 times 8 times 4. For row 3, 12 times 3 times 10. And for column 1, we have 6 times 5 times 12. For column 2, 15 times 8 times 3. For column 3, we have 4 times 9 times 10. And they are all equal to 360. For our second card, we have 6 times 5 times 12, 15 times 8 times 3, 4 times 9 times 10. For our column, we have 6 times 15 times 4, 5 times 8 times 9, and 12 times 3 times 10. And they are all equal to 360. So we also conclude that, or we also answer that the numbers are even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. And all odd numbers form a diamond shape, and all even numbers for our diagonals. All numbers for our diagonals are all even numbers, and it forms AX. Okay? So, we list down all the possible answer based on the given that the teacher given for the students. But it is important also, we also notice that, or we also conclude that not all these possible answer are, not all these numbers that we list down are not possible answers. And we conclude that 3 of them are not belong to our possible answer. So therefore, we're going to eliminate this. And these are the equations, or the answer that we have for our card. So we eliminate all the not possible answer because they are repeating, or they are not belong for our card. So we eliminate them. Again, we eliminate them. And that's all for my final investigation. Thank you everyone, and God bless you all.